Good morning. Welcome to today's 10 minutes to win it. Let me see if I can go live in the areas I need to go live in. Oh, I'm excited to be with you guys here today um, because I want to share with you what got me motivated and going to do what I'm doing now. So, um, on Monday, we talked about your goals, goal setting, and the importance of it, and really understanding and being clear of what they are. And as I was thinking more about the session from Monday, I was thinking, okay, so what holds people back from achieving their goals, right? Because or some people struggle with even determining what those goals are, or they play small in their goals. Hey, Kevin, how are you? Thanks for joining me on Instagram. And if you're high on Facebook on any of the places, please say hi. I can't see all of you at one time, but I will come back in and say hi. Let me go live in here though to make sure that I can hear myself. Yeah, okay. So you guys can hear me. So some people actually I've realized like struggle with even creating goals because they struggle with thinking big. There's a lot of things going on in the world right now. Some people are really, really struggling. So it might be challenging to figure out what those goals are. So I thought back on when I wanted to become an entrepreneur. And this was, yes, I was moving through my divorce. I needed to find a way to make money. And my why that drove me really hard to figuring that out quickly was I wanted to be home with my kids because I'd been home with them up until that point. They were little and I still wanted to make sure I was home with them. Now, I didn't just jump into it without working. I worked 2 jobs as I was building, and there was a journey along the way. But something really inspired me when I was debating about, do I want to keep going? And I did step away for a period of time, just due to like working with my kids through some stuff they were navigating. So I needed to take that step back. But there's something that always drove me. And what it was is I would listen to YouTube videos and I would listen to motivational speakers. And there's a plus and minus to that because motivational speakers can get you all rah, but it's your responsibility to actually take that motivation and actually do something with it. So my favorite 2 speakers were Les Brown and Lisa Nichols. I, for some reason, resonated with their stories. They inspired me, they motivated me, and I felt really empowered to go after what I wanted for my life. And I didn't have the big vision of the goals that I wanted for my life at the time, but I knew I wanted to be home with my kids. That was the one that got me started. And that seemed like a very stretchy goal. So when I talk about goals, like you get to think big, whatever big is for you. If it's comfortable, then it's not the right goal. These goals get to stretch you. And Les Brown, I heard a story from him and it changed my life. Whenever I think back on what's the one thing that I remember when I got started, and it's always that story. And I listened to it again this morning because I wanted to bring it to you guys because it changed my life. And I'm hoping it just changes one of your lives by hearing it. And if you had not listened to him, now I'm going to paraphrase what he shared, but the story was literally transformational. And it was something that he heard from someone else where somebody said, when people are on their deathbed, typically they're surrounded by their loved ones who are praying over them. But he goes, imagine that instead of those people, your family members surrounding you, they are the ghosts of all of your dreams, all of your ideas, all of your gifts, looking at you, staring at you, going, we never got to come to life. So now we're dying with you. And one of his friends, before he passed, had shared with him the wealthiest place in the world isn't the diamond mines. It's not, some of those places in the world that we hear about. It's actually the cemetery, because that's where all the potential was never realized. That's where the dreams and ideas lie that were never gone after or achieved. That's where the people are that, were paralyzed by fear. So when it comes to your goals, if you aren't where you want to be, and if you haven't achieved them, then what's the fear that's holding you back? And are you willing to let that fear hold you back? Like, how badly do you want what you want? And, people don't get what they want. We don't get what we want. We become what we are, right? We don't get what we want. We become what we are. We get what we are. So what are you doing on a daily basis to get uncomfortable? And how are you getting comfortable with getting uncomfortable? Because if you want to create something different, then you need to do something different. And chances are that's going to be a scary thing. So we get to get comfortable with being scared. We get to get comfortable with getting uncomfortable. And I'm not saying just, if I have a fear of heights, so I'll go with this. I'm not saying to overcome my fear of heights, I just go, up in an airplane and take the jump off. Like, no, there gets to be stages and steps along the way. And that's what the beauty of surrounding yourself with community is, because we get to believe in ourselves a little more than we don't. And if you believe in yourself a little more than you don't, you're going to be able to move through the fear. However, that being said, I get it. There's days when we just don't have it in us to believe in ourselves a little more than we don't. And that's why we get to surround ourselves with people that do believe in ourselves more than we do. You get to surround yourself with people who are going to raise you up, not put you down. You get to surround yourself with people who have a big vision, who are out there playing big, not playing small. They have these goals and dreams that you get to be inspired by. You get to celebrate them when they're achieving them, and you get to be inspired and motivated to move forward and step through the fear because they're doing it themselves. Right. And also we sometimes, when I got started, I was always worried about like, oh, what are people going to think about me when I show up online or do this? Because I always had I played small. I played small for a really long time because I had a fear of being seen. I had a fear of being heard. I was extremely shy growing up. But what I learned was what was my why that drove me to get to where I wanted to be. And that was to be home with my kids. Now I am home with my kids. So my why shifts and my goals get bigger and bigger. And I don't get to be apologizing for those. I get to be unapologetically going after my dreams. Not everybody's going to believe in you. And that's okay. You find the people that do. And many of them aren't in your inner circle. And that's okay. Many of them are. And that's awesome. Some of you have that an inner circle that is highly supportive, and you lean on them and go share your goals with them. Hold yourself accountable to like tell somebody what your big vision is, who's going to love it, who's going to believe in you more than maybe you do and root for you more than you're rooting for yourself. Tell that person your vision so it holds you accountable to achieving it, and they're checking in with you. If that's not somebody in your world, then find someone that will do it, whether it's a group of people who are moving towards the vision that you have, similar vision, whether it's a mentor that you trust, that's going to hold you high and push you forward. Right. I always say shake you with love. We're not always going to tell you what you want to hear, but we're going to do it because we love you and care about you, and we want what you want for yourself. Okay, so what is your goal that challenges you, and how willing are you to get uncomfortable in order to get that? And listen to that. Go listen to Les Brown, because he is amazing. And he shares that so much about his journey and his story. And he had a mentor, a teacher, who believed in him more than he believed in himself. And he shared with him, and like I was sharing with you, I had a fear of what others would think about me. So I played small for a while, not willing to come out because I was worried about others would think about you. At the end of the day, people aren't really thinking about you. They've got their own stuff that they're moving through. So chances are they're thinking about you a lot less than you think they're thinking about you, or even at all. And if they are, other people's opinions of you don't need to become your reality. And he shared that, and I thought it was brilliant, because his teacher told him, other people's opinions of you do not have to become your reality. You get to create your own reality. And he also always says, and so does a friend of mine, Frank Online. So this is the beauty of being in this online space, is that you find people who are similar to you, who are wanting similar things of you. You have greatness within you. It was what Les Brown always says. And if you don't believe that today, I'm here to tell you, I believe that you have greatness within you. I believe in you, and I want you to go after your goals. You get to play big. We get one go round on this planet, and you get to choose what it looks like for you. No regrets at the end of the day. And, life, he said, what did he say? I have it written down because I loved it. Live full, die empty. And some people get so caught up in needing to hold on to everything because they're afraid of losing it. And they end up dying with all these, accumulations. But they didn't live their life to the fullest. So live full, die empty. I absolutely love that. I thought it was amazing. So what are your big goals you're going for? I'm cheering you on. I'm rooting for you. There was one more thing I wanted to say is, yeah, align yourself with powerful people. Align yourself with people that are going to be there for you maybe when you're going through some stuff. I've had that and it's been amazing. Oh, and also, I've been asked, like, do you have a plan B? And Bo Eason, if you haven't read this book, I'm going to share it with you. He has a title of a book which is amazing. There's no plan B for your A game. So what is your A game that you want for your life? At the end, when that day comes, are you going to be able to look back on your life and say, I went for it? Whether it's in relationships, whether it's in your health, whether it's in your finances and your business. And there's another thing. How we do one thing is how we do everything. So if you're looking at areas of your life and they're not where you want to be, what are the other areas of your life look like? And how are you showing up? Because at the end of the day, we get to show up to level up, right? And that gets to be scary. It gets to be out of our comfort zone. I invite you to be the inspiration and motivation for somebody today. And that takes the courage of you to step out of your comfort zone and go after some dreams and goals that are scary for you. So have an amazing day. Oh, we have an event this Friday. So if you are wanting to build your business and that's getting scary for you, I have a masterclass coming up this Friday at noon. It is called How to Grow Your Business from 0 to 6 Figures. We're going to walk you through our system on how we can support you on growing your business from 0 to 6 figures. And you can register for free. It's a free event. It is at 12 o'clock Eastern this Friday. You do need to register to get into the private link, but you can go to HeidiSchockCoaching.com/6 figures. And that's the number 6, HeidiSchockCoaching.com/6 figures. I hope to see you there. Have an amazing rest of your day. Go create that big vision and big goals for yourself and do it scared, right? Get a little scary today. Get a little out of your comfort zone. And if you want to share with me how you're doing it, you can DM me privately if you want. I'm happy to support you and cheer you on and encourage you along the way. Sending you lots of love. Have an amazing rest of your day. And I'll see you tomorrow for another 10 minutes to win it. Ciao.